Hello, exchangers. Just want to give you a quick video on how to enter a new property package, cash or paper package. So the first thing you want to make sure is that you're logged in. If you have not watched the video and created an account, you can check the video out or just click join the community and create your user, because you want to have the ability, you want to be logged in order to have the ability to submit packages and transactions. Okay, so once you're logged in as an authenticated user, just go to packages, and now you'll see the list of the publicly available packages, and you're simply going to click new. So from here, it's going to ask you a property, cash, or paper. Now, when we get to the property record, you'll have the ability to refine that as the specific property type. But the data that's collected is relative to the property type or cash or paper. So you'll see what I mean by the record types as we go forward. All right, so in this case, we're going to enter a property. So I just want to click new, and the dialog box is going to open, and I'm going to take you through these fields very quickly. Many of you will know what these all are, but for those that you don't, I'm going to try to help you. All right, so the first thing is we have a main photo here for the property package, so you can add a photo. I'll just grab a simple photo here, an image there. That posts into the in the application. Now you do not have to put a photo in. All right. So now you just want to give your office, give your property a name. You want to indicate what control, if you're the owner, partner, if you're a listing broker, buyer broker, if you only have knowledge of it, and so forth. So in this case, we'll say owner. The package type. Now this gives me the ability on property to refine it in more detail. So in this case, I want to use office. The value is, let's say, $500,000, and there's $150,000 in loan on it. All right. The description. This gives me the ability to give a longer description. More details here. Now from there, I can go 1, 2, 3. Main Street, whatever value that I want, anywhere, and we'll say my home state of South Carolina. If I have a tax number, a website, URL, if it's posted on LoopNet, CoStar, Crexi, any of that stuff, and I want to share that, I can put the website information in there. If this property has income, I can go ahead and say there's income here, and the vacancy loss, if there's a vacancy allowance. I'm just giving you general numbers. And is this an actual or pro forma number? We'll say this is actual. The software is going to do additional calculations for you. Now, if there's a loan balance, we said $150,000. You want to indicate the details here, the payment, the interest rate, and maturity date. You want to indicate that. You can change the year easily. I'm just picking values. And the loan type. Is it bank? Is it seller carryback? Or is it a private lender? So we'll say this is a private lender note. If there's a second mortgage, you can do the same thing. So from here, we just simply enter the benefits. Now this is to the new owner. So why do I want to own this property? To the new person, right? So the new person. And then why is the owner, the current owner, looking to exit? All right. So what benefits is he seeking from his exit? What's his motivation? You don't have to share that, but let's just say this person is activating equity. Okay. So whatever the motivation is, if there's foreclosure, distress, negative cash flow, or if there's an opportunity on the upside where you've created or gained the opportunity to acquire a larger property, you want to put those in to share. Make sure that your owner, if you're representing these properties as a broker, you want to make sure that your motivation, all of these fields, are things that you have permission to disclose. Any remarks that you have, any can adds, and so for those of you who may or may not know what can adds are, these are things that you can add to the transaction to make the transaction work more effectively. So it can be property, cash, paper, in this case, we're going to say cash, because one of the things that we want to capture is if this person can add cash, how much more cash can they add? So in addition to their $500,000 property, let's say this person has $200,000 that he could invest to make a transaction work, either for imbalance or to go into a larger property. If the owner is bankable, yes, no, or maybe if you don't know. And would this owner use the property as a joint venture opportunity? From here, you can just put basic notes. This is for your reference about your owner. You don't necessarily have to share his name with everyone. And the broker contact, this is going to be your contact information. That's the exchange member. That's the user that I'm using right now. The source, if you want to track that. So let's say I've gotten this at my gyms group, and if there was a package number there, I can track that as well. All right. And then one of the key things that you're going to have to do before you publish this is to determine what the sharing is going to be. So if this limited, so for here I've got for this user, is this going to be shared with only SEC, only NCE, only GEMS, the Greenville local marketing meeting that I participate in personally, or is this something that's going to be public? So you have to pick a sharing rule. Otherwise, the property record is going to remain private to you. Now the status here, if you want to take this, these are user controls for you. So we want to see the sharing and the package status and the listing date. If you know the listing is going to expire, then we need to know that so that we can remove the package for you automatically from the listing. So that's it. There you have it. So now all we have to do is save the property. Right. So now the record is created. We have a nice completed record there. And notice that the calculation was done with cap rates and annual cash flows and the details around that automatically. So you entered a couple of basic pieces of information, and it's going to carry over the rest of the information from there. Okay, so we have our office building here. I want to point out also real quick that whenever you add a package to the record, about the record type. So whenever you add a package for paper and cash, it's going to ask you questions relative to paper and cash. So we'll look at a couple of existing records here. So for the note, for example, you see you're going to have lien position. Is this performing, not performing? Is it existing or something that's being created? Is it secured? The note terms, the return that the offeror is hoping to get, what type of property they will consider, benefits, remarks, and the information that we've seen on the other record. All right, so just remember that. Also, the same kind of thing happens whenever you're entering a package for cash. So just as a reminder, click the new button, and in this case, if I wanted to enter cash, I would enter that, pick the cash offering. And now similarly, I've got value, what I have, the return, what LTV is the cash seeking, the leverage, geography, is there a maximum limit on the terms, is this 1031, what was the close date, details specific to cash, same idea. Okay, so there it is on the adding the cash. So to add a board real quick, same thing, you just go here to the board and choose the board, add new, and then select the, in this case, you've got a shorter form, right? So you're going to quickly enter the new board, the cash available, and the property types that you're interested in. Click save, and that's going to create the board entry as well. So you can do those board for paper, for have wants, and for cash. So if you don't have all the details on your package, or you're building a package and you have just a quick entry on the board, a quick pitch board, go ahead and put those in. Okay, so we're going to stop there. That's entering packages and entering information on the boards. Hopefully that'll get you started. Get all your data in. Get your packages loaded up so that you can start making some offers and getting some offers. So next video, we're going to look at managing transactions.